The area of focus for this project is individualized instruction that utilizes 21st century skills to help students become a proficient learner in global competency and world language. The skills we targeted were creativity and innovation, critical thinking and problem solving, communication and collaboration. So what they did was, or what they are doing, because we are still working on this, we are doing a country research project, but it's different than just your typical research project because every kid has a Chromebook and it's done through Google Classroom, and we decide what we're doing tomorrow based on the formative assessment that we get from today. So if something comes up in the middle of the project that we don't know what a passport is, tomorrow we're going to find out how to get a passport. So my research question was, how can I plan a more personalized and individualized approach to learning activities that will allow my students to use 21st century skills to understand and address global issues? Highlights of the projects: they're completing a long-term project at their own pace. I post various assignments in Google Classroom and they finish them as they work through them. There's integration of content standards that are already in place, so I'm using the old social studies standards and making them more hands-on. It presents the learner with real-world opportunity application. They're actually learning how to plan a trip to a foreign country as if they are really going to go. What I have found out through this is that these kids don't know the requirements for traveling outside of the U.S., that you have to have a passport, that you have to have a birth certificate, where to go to get that, what a birth certificate is, what a passport is. So student choice, they get to choose who they work with, they get to choose if they want to do it as a group or if they want to do it alone. They get to choose where they go, and it is technology focused. We use the Chromebooks every single day. I did a pre-survey at the beginning where I asked questions: how familiar are you with planning a project? Have you ever been out of the state? Have you ever been out of the country? And then they planned their project, we implemented it, and they are going to present and then do the survey again and reflect on that. So from the pre-survey, I have 62 sixth grade students involved. I found out that only 6% of my students have traveled outside of the U.S. And all of the students have little to no familiarity with the concepts that are involved with foreign travel. Instructional impacts: increased use of technology. We use it every single day. We use it for research. They can research and type their research in Google Classroom at the same time. It's student-centered. They automatically come into class, know how to get themselves started, go on Google Classroom, see what you're doing for today. It's more individualized. They can work at their own pace. It's really good for ACD kids that have extended time and you don't have your other kids who can go on sitting there with nothing to do while they're waiting on everyone else to finish up. Google Classroom is a huge benefit of this. Collaboration: they're collaborating with not only the people in their classroom, but we are also collaborating with students that I have taught in the past that are currently traveling outside of the U.S. Increased use of formative assessment. Like I said a few minutes ago, what we do tomorrow depends on how far we got today or what we learned today. And increased student engagement: they are actively involved. The class setting there's very little classroom management problems when all kids are engaged on a technology device every single day. Google Classroom has allowed us to go paperless. I have not printed off anything for this project. Everything has been done on Google Classroom. It allows for immediate feedback. I can give them feedback on their assignments that they submit to me and send it right back to them. And the increased student engagement. And this is just pictures of The typical day in the classroom where they are engaged, working on Google Class, completing their assignments. This is one of my students. He said projects are easier using Chromebooks because I don't have to write and I can type my research as I look it up. Project is fun and it makes class more exciting. And then this one said before the project she didn't know what a passport was or how to get one. The project has helped me learn about different cultures than my own. Google Classroom makes classwork more fun and easier. Helps me learn about what it's like in different parts of the world and different lifestyles. And I like project-based learning better than traditional paper and textbook assignments. And then that one's a video. I think if you just scroll over the bottom of it, it'll play. Yeah, it's just. And these are the two classes that participated. And I have a few students who want to come up and talk about their experience participating in the project. Okay, Keely says it first. This is Jude, Keely, and Cassidy.
I learned many things in our assignment, our project that we did that we're still doing today. Me and my partner agreed on the country Brazil. I learned many things about Brazil and the precautions. One of the worst things in Brazil was that the traffic there was like you'd have to be really take caution about the traffic and where you drive. And we learned tourist attractions that we'd want to go to if we visited there.
During this project, my teacher has helped me improve many of my skills, such as critical thinking, bonding, and understanding other cultures.
During this project, I learned the rules and procedures to travel out of the country. My teacher has especially helped me with passports and necessary needs. She has guided me through this project, and I now know how to travel on my own. I have also learned many things about my country, like how it's safe to travel there, many places to visit, and more.